Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday Talk series at Manhattan Meditation Center and brought to you by the Peace Village Retreat Center as well. So thank you for joining us today. And for those of you that are on Facebook and YouTube, today we do have French translation. So if you are on either Facebook or YouTube, please feel free to go to our Manhattan Meditation Center website and register for this workshop, this talk today, and you can actually get the French translation on Zoom. And for those who have registered for any of the Thursday Talk series, just wanted to give you a quick reminder that it is a one-time registration. We try to make it as easy as possible for you. So if you registered once, just hold on to the link and you can just click onto that link each Thursday instead of having to re-register. So I'm going to try to save you some time to not fill in all that information again. But if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to as well. But to all of you that are on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube, warm welcome. Thank you for joining us every week. And as you all know, that we do have talks and courses and workshops, all of it free of charge. And so you can go to our website and register for any of these at any time. We do have a couple of great courses that are coming up, kind of tied into today's talk, which is actually in honor of the International Day of Yoga. So we're going to go over Raj Yoga meditation, and Sister Rona is going to walk us through that. But if you're interested in deepening your meditation practices or just getting a better understanding of Raj Yoga, we do have the foundation course, which is actually coming up July 26th through July 2nd. It is 7 days, and it's called Reviving the Higher Self. So you're more than welcome to join that. Take a look at our website, sign up, see if you can actually join. And if you don't have that much time, we do have a 2-day course that's actually coming up on July 8th through the 9th. And it's called The Invisible World of Truth. It kind of gives you a little bit of a snapshot onto the Raj Yoga course. So again, a warm welcome to everybody joining us. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Sister Rona.
Welcome, everyone. Good evening. And today's session is in honor of the International Day of Yoga, which some, if not all of you, may know about. 21st of June in 2014, the Prime Minister of India proposed in his address to the United Nations to make an International Day of Yoga. And since then, that day, 21st of June, has been dedicated to that. And every year it is becoming more popular and more popular. So today's session is in honor of that. But first, to give a bit of a broader view of this word yoga, in the West especially, but at present, when we hear the word yoga, we generally think of physical postures and breathing exercises. But that is actually just one form of yoga, Hatha Yoga. And what the Brahma Kumaris teaches and practices is Raja Yoga. That is about mental postures, not so much physical postures. That doesn't mean physical postures are not good. That is good to have physical exercise, but the Brahma Kumaris aims to stress the importance of our mental postures. And what are those mental postures? And what are healthy mental postures? What are mental postures that promote mental health, overall health and well-being, but also including physical health? That is where Raja Yoga puts importance on. And Meditation is part of that practice of Raj Yoga. And Raja means king, the king of the yogas, but also the yoga that makes you king. But king of what? We just had the beautiful coronation ceremony in England. Prince Charles became King Charles of the British Empire, the British Commonwealth. But what is that king of the self? And this question comes, are you truly king of your own kingdom? And what is your kingdom? Your mind is part of your kingdom. Your mind, that ability, that faculty that creates thoughts, creates feelings, where emotions emerge. Are you king in your own mind? Are you king of your own tendencies, your own habits, behavior patterns? Are you king of your mouth? Means master of your mouth. Are you? Are you master of what comes out and what goes in? Or does it just flip out and then you think, oh, maybe I should not have said that? Or afterwards you are regretting? Or what goes in? Do you first put it in and swallow and then think I should not have? Then you're not master, you're not king. Can we see only what is beneficial? No, there is this beautiful, and you must have seen these statues of these three monkeys. Their eyes, one monkey puts his hand for the eyes, one for the ears, and one for the mouth. Means see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. But even further, Raj Yoga takes it a step further. Think no evil. And so if we are king of the self, if we are masters of the self, we see no evil, we hear no evil. You see, but you choose to nurture that what is constructive, that what is positive, that what is uplifting. You hear, but you choose to listen to that what is useful, not what is waste or what is negative. You know, you can be in a certain company and then conversation can be of gossip, for example. That is absolutely useless, if not destructive even. If there is division created, that is even listening to evil. You can also choose to listen to only things that are informative in a constructive way. You can also choose to listen things that are uplifting. Then you are master of your senses. What goes in the mouth? Only that what is what? Healthy for the body. What comes out of the mouth? Only that what adds. So Raj Yoga is about becoming master of the self. And the practice of meditation is part of that. So let us start with the first few minutes of that practice before we go further. And so I'll share a few thoughts. Just try and reflect and grasp. Allow the body to be comfortable. And just for a few moments, bring the attention here in this moment where you are right now. Whatever happened this morning, whatever happens later on, fine, but as if you withdraw your attention from those type of thoughts and your agenda and just become fully aware right here, right now. Become aware of the position of the body. Aware of the feet that touch the floor. Aware of how the back touches the back of the chair. Upright. Relax the hands and the shoulders and the muscles of the face. But also become aware of the one who is creating thoughts. The one who is having certain feelings. The one who is giving life to this body, making this body move, making this mouth speak, using the ears to hear. The invisible, true self, the inner being, the soul. The one who is using these eyes to see. And we can use the image of a tiny star sitting as if behind the eyes, a being of light. The soul, the one who is a guest in this body, a guest in this physical world. Free, pure, timeless, living light. The soul. The master of this physical vehicle. The one who is using this body like a driver uses the car. This is the real self. soul. Timeless, invisible, living, being of light. Imperishable, free, and peaceful. And for a few moments, we as if deeply reflect on this reality of self as this spiritual being, like a living star, a being of consciousness, who for a temporary period uses this body as a tool to express, as a vehicle to play out the part in this game of human life. And as we choose to gradually come again into sound and into action, we aim to hold this awareness of the self as a living light. Thank you. Anyone want to say anything at this moment? How was the concentration? Good. Some are nodding, some are not sure. On Zoom. This is what happens now when the description of the talk tonight was, it is like an inner conversation or becoming aware of your inner world. Part of your inner world is not your heart beating or your stomach grumbling or your intestines moving. But inner world means what is going on in your mind, what is going on in your feelings and emotions, your intentions. And with meditation, the attention becomes as if more inwardly oriented than external. And you begin to choose specific kind of thoughts. And so when you start to become quiet, not necessarily meditating that you can become quiet, you become more introvert, you begin to become aware that there might be actually a lot of noise inside. and that there might be actually a lot of noise that you cannot necessarily control. Does that happen in New York City? Or anywhere, not only New York City, anywhere. Can be a lot of thoughts that not necessarily are of your choice. Does that happen? Lots of thoughts that are not of your choice, that you wish you could just shoo them away. But even if you try to shoo, they don't go, or they go and then they come back. Repetitive thoughts, cyclical thoughts. My mind is always on a few things. Can't read the rest of it.
At a time.
A few times, yeah. So it kind of shows us that we are not necessarily masters inside our own. And if we are not masters inside here, how can we be master of anything else? Isn't it? So Raj Yoga, king, master. How much of a king am I? And am I a king but nobody listens to me? Then I'm not truly king. No? Then everybody just do their own thing, then it's just king in name. No? They're just running amok, doing all kinds of things, and even things that I don't want or that makes me suffer. So what is that inner posture? What is that inner dynamic that can put me on the throne, make me master, and not master in the sense of boss, but master in the sense that my mind cooperates with me. My talents, my eyes, that they cooperate with me. My mouth cooperates with me. What are those mental postures that put me back in charge of my own life, my own body, my own senses, my own mind? I think that is maybe even more important than becoming king of the British Empire. Because even if you're king of the British Empire, if you're not king inside here, you're going to make a mess out of everything. And if we are in charge, if we are king in this inner empire, this inner kingdom, then whatever we do externally, we will be okay, or have that quality. Now, one way to understand this inner posture is, for example, do I have a mindset of a beggar? That is the inner posture of a beggar. What is the inner posture of a beggar? I need. I have nothing. I am no one. I am so pathetic. I am pitiful. I need. Please give me attention. Please give me some love. Please give me some cooperation. Please give me some time. This beggar posture where there is this underlying belief that I am nothing and no one, and that I need. Now, of course, that mental posture is not very healthy. You can understand that. And then if two beggars meet, what happens? Disaster. So one secret of healthy, harmonizing relationship is let go of the beggar posture and be in the mental mindset of the king. So what is the king posture? I need nothing. Very good. But not as a nice phrase, but as a deeper understanding and a conviction. Now, I need nothing. That doesn't apply to the body, because body does need things. Body needs food, body needs air, body needs water. Otherwise, body will not survive. But who doesn't need food? Who doesn't need air? The soul, the being of consciousness, the higher being, the one who is a guest in this body, the one who is a traveler through time and space, the one who is like a driver of this body, the soul. The soul transcends the needs and the limitations of this body. And that is the real self, living light. So this mental posture of what is called soul consciousness is what is practiced in Raj Yoga. To remind myself until it becomes a deeper knowing again that the real self is not a female or born in the Netherlands or 56 years of age or with this education or with this friend of this group of people. No, that is just the part that the soul is acting out. The real self is a spiritual being, a timeless being of light, a timeless being of consciousness, who has innate God-like qualities. But because I forgot and I start to think I am female, I will die. I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that to be good, to be someone, to be liked, to be loved, to be beautiful, to be appreciated, to be respected. I need all of this. And then we get into this spin of all kinds of thoughts that we cannot control. So to come back into that mental posture of understanding, seeing ourselves as spiritual beings. And let's go over to the board. So if you want to, I think it's the same person trying to call. No. Save it. The board is visible?
Yes.
So to shift from this posture of I am a human being, excuse me, my lack of drawing skills. I'm a human being, I'm a female, whatever. I am born in a certain place, I'm educated in a certain place, I live in a certain place, and this is my home, these are my people, this is my, sorry, I can't really draw that very well, but this is my pet. You can see on the, this is my, what do we have? Very important, my cell phone. The other day we were having this discussion of things that we identify with. And someone was saying that this is my life. This is me, my cell phone. And they were sharing one story that one minister, I don't remember, somewhere in India or somewhere, I think India, his cell phone fell into a lake. And he, what is it? He, I don't know the word for it. He pumped all the water out to get the phone. How much we identify with the phone. My life is in that phone. My job, my money. But this is like a mental posture of identifying ourselves as a human being, as a female, based on ethnicity, based on culture, based on religion, based on hobbies or interests or sports, based on my property, based on the people I associate with. These are mental postures that are based on physical things that are temporary and limited. And those mental postures, they are what in spiritual knowledge is called ego. Ego just means a limited sense of self, a limit or a false identity. Because there was a time when there was no cell phone, but I was there. And even cell phone drown, I will still be there. But to identify with it. So these are mental postures or ego states in which we deeply are convinced that this is me. And this gives an underlying current of noise, of anxiety, because all of these things, they can change, they can finish, and they are unpredictable. So these mental postures are limited. And Raj Yoga says, come into the spiritual mental posture where you understand the self as an invisible, timeless, immortal being of consciousness, a being of light, a soul, who is temporarily associating with this body to play out this game of human life. And at some stage, this body will come to the end of the lifespan, but you, the being of light, do not end with the end of the body. You are this spiritual being who has innately divine tendencies. Peace, love, purity, bliss, happiness, freedom, power, a natural sense of justice and equality and respect and freedom. This is the real self. And to come back into this mental posture and then play the game, that is Raj Yoga. And meditation is the sitting down practice of this mental posture. So you're reminding yourself, the real self is this living light. I'm not female or male. I'm not Dutch or Indian or African or American. I'm a soul. That is just the brand of the body, you could say. The color of the packaging. But I'm not the package. I'm the being behind. And when I look at others, everyone else is also a soul. And we belong to this family of souls. We are brothers at this level. At this level, we are not brothers. At this level, we are not necessarily related. But as souls, we are soul brothers, you could say. We belong to that family of souls. And the limitations of the world of matter are not the limitations of the soul or the world of the soul. And so Raja Yoga, or Raj Yoga, we say with an English accent, with an American accent, King of Yogas, is the practice of this mental posture of soul consciousness. And in this mental posture, there are, of course, different creative postures, you could say. One is, for example, the guest consciousness. Soul is a guest in this body. The body is like a, what? Hotel. And the soul is using this hotel for a while. Looking through the windows, all the things that are there. Hotel means you enjoy it. Whatever luxury is there, whatever comfort is there, you enjoy it, you use it, but you know it is temporary. And nothing in the hotel is yours. But whatever is there, you use it comfortably, you share with others, no problem, let them come. But you don't get into this feeling of mine. And that is also good because you can go anytime, go somewhere else, some other hotel, or you go back home, the soul world. And so the practice of that mental posture reinforces soul consciousness. Whilst you go about these things, now what is the benefit of this guest posture? No fights. Very good. Anything else?
Peace.
Jealousy, peace. Very good. There's no jealousy. Yeah, this feeling of nothing is mine, nothing is yours. So you don't feel you can lose anything. This is good, no? You're in a hotel, you enjoy everything, but you can't lose anything because it's not yours in the first place. So you don't need to defend anything or you don't take offense. Somebody say, oh, this hotel not so good. Your room is not so good, or this bat is funny. Not mine anyway, so okay, I enjoy it. If you have a better one, give me, fine. But you don't take offense. Anybody saying these colors are not good or so, fine, you're free. You're free to come, you're free to go. And you don't take offense. Somebody says this nose is funny. This is a hotel room. You don't like this nose, that's fine, that's your taste. I don't bother, big nose, small nose, whatever. It's fine. I don't identify with the nose. I don't feel this is my nose. I don't feel people are criticizing me. They're saying something about the car or the hotel room. Fine. Guest. It's not mine. And I don't identify with it. Guest posture. So I don't take sorrow. You get a sense of what it means to be master and king. That mental posture. Another mental posture is the posture of the observer. The soul comes into this physical world, into this body, observing things. And just like you're watching a film. Nice. Interesting. New York City, oh, all these big buildings. Interesting. All these people walking. Don't know where they're going. They may be themselves not knowing where they're going. Everybody walking, and then they have to stand still in front of the traffic light. Walking fast, and then in the subway station, everybody standing still. It's funny from a neutral space, neutral internal space, just watching, observing this body. You know, this body is such a miracle. Have you thought ever just observing this body? How it, sometimes I can't look, it's sitting. How does it sit? All these muscles working, making the body sit. This is like a wonder. You scratch something here and it naturally heals and it creates another thing again. Hair coming out. I don't know how this works, but it works. Your eyes, they are miracles. Soul is watching. Look, these hands making all kinds of movements. Nails growing. Observer mentality. Somebody smiles. Wow. Somebody says something interesting. Making sound, using the vocal cords, making sound. And this afternoon, I was looking out of the window. Someone on the other side of the pavement was making somersaults on the pavement. Wow. Entertainment. You're just watching somebody screaming something, somebody raising. Observer, neutral observer, the soul. Isn't this wonderful drama? You don't need to pay Broadway ticket for it. You get free entertainment, different variety things. Someone was the other day on a scooter parked in front here with this mask, with Spider-Man mask, and he drinking Coca-Cola, watching his phone. I don't need to go to the movies to see this scene on the street of New York. Interesting. Understand this inner attitude. In the morning, you wake up, body works. Turn on the tap, water comes. Drinking whatever you drink, tea, coffee, whatever. Interesting. And then this thing making hot inside the body. Observer mentality, observer posture. It gets dark, moon comes out, then it becomes light, sun comes out. For free, you're watching all of this. The observer mentality. Another one, another posture is the actor. Soul is like an actor. This whole human game is like a big play. Many years, few thousand years of play. And soul puts on a costume and play the part. Body is like the costume, like a mask, playing the part in this world drama. Mental posture. You can also have the mental posture. This requires a bit more refined practice. The mental posture of an angel. What is the mental posture of an angel? An angel is a messenger of God. An angel is close to God, the supreme being, one who is ocean of wisdom, ocean of love, ocean of peace. An angel serves others. An angel reminds others that they are also souls, spiritual being. An angel promotes in others that peace and that spiritual benevolent nature. An angel is free. That's why the wings, an angel is not bound to attachments and earthly desires and expectations. An angel is here to help others move beyond these limitations and these cyclical thoughts. Mental posture of an angel. But of course, when we forget all this and we think I am this, then we are in the mental postures of the ego. And then we get into the mental posture of, for example, the beggar, the mental posture of a victim, the mental posture of not feeling worthy, the mental posture of complainer. They're always against me. The mental posture of, what is it? Not trusting anything and not trusting anyone. The mental posture of neediness and vices. Anger, this is mine, 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 and I want, I need, and I don't get, I get angry. I don't get, I blame everybody else. I don't get, then I blame myself, I get depressed. I want, I need, mine, and then I can lose. So all this anxiety and stress. So we don't want those mental postures. Mental postures of the victim and the beggar, but the mental postures of the king. Does it make sense? Anyone want to say or ask anything?
Lou, so this is something that I think about quite a lot, and it's similar and in line with what you were talking about with regard to, this is a nose, big nose, small nose, whatever, it doesn't matter. But for instance, I know this person, this man who when he refers to himself, he very openly says, I know I'm not an attractive person. And he does not identify with his physical body, I suppose. He's very nonchalant about it. And it seems as though within him that there's not this desire to be physically attractive, which of course, I think it's a good thing. I think that's why we're learning what we're learning, not to associate with this.
Not to identify.
Yes. Yeah. So I suppose my question is, if you've been taught from a young age to identify with certain parts of yourself or really deeply not like certain parts of yourself, how do you educate yourself or train yourself more specifically to not desire this physical attractiveness or assume this beggar posture, I suppose. It's something I definitely struggle with. And yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a quality body. Like there's nothing wrong with a good chair. And chair can even be nice. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as I don't think I am the chair. And as long as I don't think that my value depends on the beauty of the chair. Because chair will not stay like that forever. So if I depend on that for my sense of self and my sense of value, then there will be underneath always a feeling of insecurity or anxiety, because one day it will not be like that anymore. But if we are free, you're okay with chair, you're okay without chair, you're okay with beautiful chair, you're okay with not so beautiful chair, you're okay, because your sense of self and your sense of value doesn't depend on the chair. In this case, body is like a chair for the soul. But doesn't mean you don't take care of the chair. Doesn't mean you don't clean the chair. Doesn't mean you don't use things to keep it preserved properly. There's nothing wrong with that. And you use it for that purpose. But you don't say, I am the chair and my sense of value and my sense of self-respect depend on the chair. Or I suffer when you say that this is an ugly chair. And I am not inflated in my ego thinking when you say this is a beautiful chair. No, it's just a chair. And no chair is also good. So you use things, including the body, with sense and for a certain higher purpose. The angel uses the body for acts of goodness and kindness. An angel uses the body to share wisdom with others. And for that, you give the body proper food. For that, you keep the body clean. You dress it nicely, decently, fine. If it looks nice or not nice, your sense of self and your sense of respect and value is not dependent on it in that attitude. And attractiveness, there are also two forms of attractiveness. No? One is this, diva attractiveness or goddess attractiveness. You know, that wisdom, that beauty that comes from benevolence and goodness, or that beauty that comes from needing attention. It's a bit different. No?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was just going to say is like, I think that when we see from a soul perspective, all souls, they are beautiful.
Yeah.
All people
Yeah.
are beautiful.
Yeah.
But they're, when you look at Brad Pitt, for instance, like everyone says, Brad Pitt is so amazingly attractive.
Yeah.
But what is the real truth? When I hear that guy who says, I'm not attractive. When I hear that hurts me inside. And it makes me think, well, what is the truth? How come so many people see Brad Pitt as this perfect being?
Yeah.
Why, what is that factual? Is that fact?
No, it depends on your state of consciousness. That is just the physical, that is just the chair. And in spiritual consciousness, you don't make a hype around a chair. You don't make a hype around the chair. You still have good wishes for the being there behind there. So, my brother, but not enough. And anyway, Brad Pitt is temporary. No? There will come a time then Brad Pitt. I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything, but it is temporary. Even the hype around will also be temporary. But that body at some stage will not be there anymore, but the soul behind. And so this hype and this whole idea of physical attraction, it actually distracts us from the real person, the real being, my brother, the soul. Raj Yoga, the king of the yogas, and the yoga to become a king. Now, of course, this doesn't happen just by 1 hour talk. It starts something within, but we need to nurture this, and we need to practice this, and we need to reinforce this and hold this spiritual consciousness moment to moment to moment to moment, because at present, our world culture is utterly body conscious, is utterly focused on things that are temporary and limited in nature. Our sense of beauty and our sense of accomplishment and our sense of wealth and is based on fame and on physical attractiveness and on how much money we have and how much people know us. This is our limited posture, mental posture, but it creates a lot of discontentment. And it creates all these spinning thoughts that we sometimes don't want, or many times don't want. It puts us in a beggar mode and a deep, low self-respect mode. Because if we feel you have to be famous to be successful, how many of us are famous? But real success is not in that. And also you have to be careful, because you can be famous today, but tomorrow, all those people, they might defame you now. Real success may be fame or defamation. It doesn't disturb your peace. It doesn't undermine your deeper sense of spiritual self-respect. Being content with wealth or no wealth. Being content with success, career-wise success or no career success. It's just another experience. But also know those experiences will end. You may be on a high now and everybody loves you, everybody knows you, everybody follows you on Facebook. Tomorrow it might not be. Real success is you can deal with fame and defamation with an equanimous mind. You can deal with success and failure, learning from both. Raj Yoga. Anyone else wants to say something? Please share in the mic.
I think you already answered my question, but I want to ask again that, when things are going smooth, we are happy and we are self-content. But the moment something happens, we get that beggar mentality again, and then we don't know how to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no peace. So how can someone be at peace in the worst time and then, be back at normalcy and not, get that beggar mentality again and not fall in the trap? And how can someone come out?
We have to make this mentality strong. And for that meditation and continuous refinement of our understandings, this has to become our natural state of mind. our natural posture. At this moment, this is our natural posture. What we call in Raj Yoga, we call it body consciousness or ego consciousness. That is now natural. So when things are good, we are on a high, and when things are not so good, we are on a low. In this state, mind is equal in fame or defamation. Like I said, this of the chair, somebody praising the chair, somebody criticizing the chair. I'm fine with that. Doesn't take away the value of the being that I am, the one who is sitting on the chair, the soul, the divine being. But we need to make this strong and our as if default mental posture. What is the default is? Yeah, default is the good word. That has to become the default. And for that, we need to nurture it. And this is why we give these courses. This is why we give these lectures. But also, if you advance and you go to next levels and next level, you even make this a daily practice, a daily study. You create a lifestyle that nurtures this. Okay.
Because sometimes, you know that the Raj Yoga is right, but you somehow cannot, I don't know how to explain, but you know that's right and what you're doing is wrong, but you cannot help yourself.
That's true. But that is why we need to start doing the things that nurture us mentally. And of course, when I started, I just decided I'm going to meditate every day. I'm going to listen to some spiritual knowledge every day. And I'm going to experiment with these things every day. It's going to be part. Anyone who, if you learn tennis, you see it, you like it, but you have to also pick up the racket and start hitting the ball and start practicing. And then at some stage, you will know to play tennis. And if you really apply yourself to it, then you will become very good at it. Same here. But we need to set time aside to do it. This has to become a priority to practice. It will not just come, because in today's world, all the forces are pulling you here and keeping you here. Thank you. I don't know, maybe Suja, you have some announcements, and then we can close with some meditation.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Just a reminder, if you want to continue this lesson, the 7-day course is actually starting on the 26th, so there's plenty of room. If you would like to sign up, please visit the Manhattan meditationcenter.org website, and you could sign up for the Reviving the Higher Self. It's a 7-day course. And also, the Invisible World of Truth is a 2-day meditation course you could sign up. And most of the events that you sign up is a one-time. So including this talk, you just have to sign up once and just hold on to the link, and then you can access it again. You don't have to re-register every single week. So hopefully that will save you some time and brain power for the future. But we definitely appreciate everybody being here today, and thank you for joining us.
And we do appreciate very much everyone and everybody attending also on Zoom, but we very much appreciate it when you come in person. So there are many names that I know regularly from Zoom also, but it will be very nice to see you in the center also. For those who live in the New York area. Okay. Let's have a few moments of focused mental posture of Raj Yoga. So just in in a second, try and grasp this understanding of the self as a invisible, spiritual, living light, like a tiny star. A being of consciousness. A being who is not male or female, a being who is genderless, beyond gender, a being who is beyond bodily descriptions. Invisible, divine being of light. One who is just visiting this world of matter. This body is like a temporary vehicle. Soul sitting behind the eyes, using the eyes as windows, using the ears to perceive sounds. This living light is visiting this whole physical world. And at some stage, the real self, the soul, will leave this physical world and go on, go back to the world of silence and light. Soul never dies. Imperishable, pure, timeless, innocent, peaceful, free. Child of God. This is the real self. And just hold this image anytime using the word I in words or in thoughts. Emerge this image of a tiny star, a being of serene, subtle, pure light. And as we go through the rest of the evening, let us aim to hold this awareness, this posture, Raj Yoga, the king. Om Shanti. Thank you.